tried to make it creepy. No music. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Like fucking clockwork, the man, the myth, joins us. Please, sir. I need guidance. Chicho. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've done exactly one ASMR video in the past, and I didn't talk at all. So, I don't know how loud I should be or how quiet I should be. I don't know how loud or quiet I am. I'm so fucking nervous. And I shouldn't be. But let's dive in. Okay, I gotta take all these out of the bag. I've got a ton this week. This week was a big week. So how's everyone doing tonight? Oh, we got a lot. I think this definitely isn't gonna last the whole stream time. So we're gonna go. Maybe we'll do some. Wednesdays is always good. Yeah. Do you still get new comic books, Chicho? Pretty much all of the comic book hauls that I've seen you do are ones that you just get, hauls from eBay or wherever you get them. I think today was a big haul. Yeah, it was a big week. It was an exciting week. I think after this, either we'll switch to like full volume and a game that requires full volume, or maybe do some Terraria, keeping the same volume. You have a weekly pull list. Nice. I'd like to see what you're reading. All right. Oh, we got a pup. Other way. She's sleeping. All right. So first up, we have there's a whole new slew of DC Young Animal books, and this one is Mother Panic Gotham AD. This is number 1 that just came out this week. As per my job, I have to read all of the new number ones, but I didn't read this one yet, so maybe tonight I'll get a chance to read it. I typically, I didn't read the other Mother Panic stuff, so I hope that it doesn't require me having a past knowledge, because that would suck. I got Raven, Daughter of Darkness number 3. It's a, there's a lot of glare. Maybe like that, yeah. Maybe over here. Maybe this side's, nope, doesn't. It's all a bunch of glare. My light's right there. Right there. Maybe turn it down. It's a little better. It's a 12-part series. I'm all about Raven. That's so Raven. The first issue was pretty good. It's a little slow, but it's better than the last Raven run. That one a couple years ago was not well received. I'm really liking Raven. Raven's one of my favorite characters from DC. Definitely one of my favorite from Teen Titans. Next we have Terrifics 2, Wrong Side. the Terrifics, they had a run in New 52, and they're like a classic team, but these ones have come out of Dark Knight's Metal, and it's been great. Number 1 was fantastic, and it had Plastic Man. Plastic Man's great. He was an egg. That she does. Oh, I don't have my chat. Yeah. There we go. Let's do that on that side. That on that side. Cool. Alright, now we have from Image. I don't have these in any particular order. Maybe I should have ordered them somehow. This is Days of Hate, number 3. It's a 12-part series. It's a very kind of realistic take on what's going on in society right now. The first issue tackles a woman. She goes into this kind of biker bar undercover, and it's basically a biker bar with a bunch of white supremacists, and it seems like it's going to develop into a cool take on society, things that are happening in society today that we might not want to confront, and kind of throwing it in our faces, which I think is what we need. And it's definitely cool that a comic is pushing the boundaries with that. This one I'm excited for. This is, I believe, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 25. It's got a, I don't know, you can't really tell. It's got like a poly bag. Like the whole comic is in a bag, and then I put it in a bag and board. It's a bag within a bag. But it's kind of like a what if. It's what if the Green Ranger from the original Power Rangers, from Mighty Morphin, stayed evil, and him and Rita Repulsa are wreaking havoc. I haven't read it, but I read the kind of online synopsis because I don't want to open the bag, because I'm a weird collector like that. And I know he kills some people, and that's way against the Green Ranger. I've been liking the Power Rangers series for comics. I've always been a Power Ranger fan. Alright, this was a big one. Dark Knight's Metal number 6. This book was supposed to come out, I think, originally in December or January, but it got delayed. Power Ranger 25, yeah. Dark Knight's Metal 6 got delayed a bunch, and so most of the series, most of the second half of the series got delayed. Just because DC's been doing a lot of delays and stuff. I'll show the cover again. It's a sweet Joker dragon thing that they're riding. That's Batman up top. And but this is the end of the series. It was like a total of 24 books or something. And it kind of ended on a note that I didn't expect it to. It was a little too much friendship saves the day for me. But it was a good ride, a good run. And it'll definitely be better. I'm going to reread it. I'm going to reread kind of everything together. This is such a weird experience. I just want to talk. It's going to take a little bit getting used to. But Dark Knight's Metal was a good ride. A little drawn out. I got a little burnt on the ending, but hey, that's the fact of being a comic book fan. This was fantastic. Doomsday Clock, number 4 of 12. So if you don't know, Doomsday Clock is a kind of sequel to The Watchmen. The Watchmen was a very critically acclaimed graphic novel and comic book series from the late 80s, written by Alan Moore. I don't know what that means, so no. So this Doomsday Clock is the sequel to that, and it's them combining the Watchmen universe with the DC universe, which is great because I love the Watchmen. I don't know. Maybe if you tell me what it means. I love the Watchmen. I love DC, so being able to see them kind of clash and collide, and these kind of like stories that Mr. Manhattan or Dr. Manhattan has gone to the DC or gone to its own universe and created the DC universe, kind of makes me all tingly inside because it's like, oh my god, that's so cool. But if you notice, it's not a bad thing. Alright, I'm gonna do a cursory check because I don't want to just say no. God damn it. I shouldn't even looked it up. So, these books, they're not written by Alan Moore. It's Jeff Johns and someone else is the team. But if you look down here, there's a clock there, the Doomsday Clock. Which way should we go? That way. It's been ticking. Oh my god, that's so loud. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We're gonna turn that down. Oh my god. This is my first time doing this, guys, so I'm sorry. Killer Fox, thanks for the follow, man. Alert box, there we go. I've never had to turn off the sound, so I don't. Oops, I just like bumped the microphone. God damn it, I'm so dumb. Does that save it for all of them though? I have like a million different notifications. It doesn't. Oh god. Alright, we're doing it live. I have actually a million. Oh, I changed the text size, not the sound. I hope at the very least you can hear my clicking, because at least it'll be worth it, kind of. I'm not gonna take off the sound for the bit emotes or the bit donations, because those are like few and far between. And I also have like 15 different ones. I wish there was just a master take off volume button. Save settings. I think maybe Y'all definitely turn down those. I think I'm just gonna turn off all the other ones, like bits and hosts and whatnot. Because those you can just see in chat. Thank you all for bearing with me. This is the first time I've done something like this, so it's gonna be a little weird, at least at first. Okay, that should be okay. Yeah, okay, we should be good. Sorry about that. I love you all. Okay, let's get back to it. So yeah, that little clock that I showed you has been kind of ticking down. I wish I brought my other issues to show you that every issue it moves. And I'm not going to take it out of the bag and pour it, but on the back of the book, there's kind of blood dripping down from the top. And on the first issue, there was no blood, or there was like a little bit. And this issue, it's like pretty far down. You gonna take a spare deck and compete at game day again? Did I do that last time? Oh yeah, I did. Probably not, unless there's not a whole lot of people. Okay, this is the Doomsday Clock variant. I'm a sucker for variant covers. You have no idea. Okay, so there's this cover. And then this is the regular cover. I think I like the pancakes a little bit more. I'm a breakfast kind of guy. We thought that each issue was going to have a variant cover with a DC character on it, but this one is just Rorschach. Speaking of Rorschach, this issue we learn a little bit more about this Watchmen series Rorschach. Spoiler alert, the original Rorschach dies in the end of Watchmen 1. So we were always like, who's this new one? You know? But now we know. Now we know who he is. We know how he got to be Rorschach. And it's kind of cool to see some answers. I'm gonna take a drink. Okay. What number is this? 977 Batman Detective Comics. It's, I believe, the start of a new arc. Batman Eternal. Now killing machines. The last arc for Detective Comics was pretty great. Because it involved Batwoman a lot. And Batwoman is one of my favorite Bat family characters. Have you heard of from G-Fool yet? Yeah, I got declined. I probably don't have enough followers for them to care about me. I think it took like a week for me to hear back from them, something like that. But yeah, the last arc was the trial of Batwoman, and because she killed Clayface, that was pretty big. But I kind of didn't like the way they took it, because Batwoman has always had her kind of code. She's not like Bruce. You know, she's not like Batman. She doesn't mind killing people when they need to be killed. And Clayface was kind of like a ticking time bomb. I'll always take Batwoman's side. She's my homegirl. Gotham City Garage number 12. I'm not a big fan of this cover. It looks a bit derpy, but Gotham City Garage has been a pretty cool series. When you think about it, this series spawned from the Statue series. There was a Statue series for DC called Gotham City Garage, and it was just a bunch of the DC girls on, motorcycles with like skimpy outfits. But they decided to make a comic book series out of it, and it's actually been pretty good. It was kind of like a what if Lex Luthor took over Gotham, and Gotham was like, there was no superpowers because they like limited people, so they couldn't have powers. I'm a couple issues behind, more than a couple. I think I only read to like issue 7, and that's issue 12, so I have a lot to go. You're not sure how you feel about this. Your streams are usually so full of energy and hype, but with this one, I feel like I'm listening to daytime radio. Is it loud? Should I make it quieter? I need a little bit of feedback. Because it's supposed to be kind of quiet, kind of relaxing, energyless. Maybe not energyless, but it's not going to be the whole stream, Tom. Yeah, daytime radio is great. So this is a new #1 from Image. It's called Cyberforce. Get that guy at the top there. Some skeletons down at the bottom. Pretty creepy. Thanks, Chicha. Thanks, hon. So this Cyberforce #1 kind of gives me a little bit of a Liefelder vibe. Early 90s comic. Chill, informative, great vibe. Yeah. It's a new series. I think someone had mentioned that this was a series in the past, but I'm not sure. And basically the only thing that we know is that this terrorist is like, she comes in and tries to murder a bunch of people. Well, she doesn't try. Definitely not too loud. Cool. She comes in and she murders a ton of people and leaves this one guy. This guy right here. This kind of cable looking guy. Leaves him alive. And says to everyone in the world, like, technology has gone too far. I'm here to save you. I'm going to be in charge. I'm taking control. I'm hacking all of technology. And the government obviously don't like that, because it's like, we don't want this chick killing our guys, our humans. So they take this one guy who survives, and he got his arm blown off and his eye like shot out or something, and they imbue him with some kind of like living metal, and it makes him super strong, and it links with his DNA, and he can like see real well, and he's super strong and whatnot. And the government needed someone in his family to sign this over, because it was going to save his life, and otherwise he would die. So they got his daughter, who's this chick, who earlier in the comic we see was a paraplegic. She was paralyzed. She was in a wheelchair, and she simultaneously signed herself up for this procedure. It had never been done before. And so they did it on her dad, and they did it on her, and they gave her new legs. And the dad's kind of like, I'm sorry you have to see me like this. And the daughter's like, nah, it's okay, because I got super powerful legs now, and I can walk, and we can stop this madness together. And it seems like the government is just kind of making like a mercenary team. And it's pretty good. I like it. I didn't like it based on the cover. I liked it based on, the story that was inside. Alright, next we have issue 15 of Monstrous. I have no idea what the hell is going on with this book. This book is not actually for me. Although, I do know that it's an all-female cast, an all-female creative team, which is pretty fucking cool. I do plan on reading it at some point, but I think I'm gonna wait until there's like, maybe 3 or 4 trades, so I can catch up real quick. I don't think we have all of the issues yet. Might be a little bit behind. I don't know. We definitely have the most recent ones. It just came back from a hiatus. Turn yourself into a magic card. I gotta see that. is now hosting me for 6 people. Those people are from Magic the Gathering and probably have no idea what the fuck's going on. Next we have a very strangely, we heard, strangely proportioned young child. This is Redneck number 11. Redneck has been a fantastic series. It's about some kind of hillbilly vampires. That's all I'm gonna say. Issue number 1. After issue 2 came out, issue number 1 became like a $50 book. It was nuts, and I have a couple of the different variants. Like I said, I'm a variant fiend, and I knew a book named Redneck about vampires I would need to have, so I had to have all the variants, and it's been good so far. That child, yeah, if you look, her head is kind of super big. I don't know who the cover artist is, but I mean, she's got like bloody hands. I'm excited to read it. I haven't read it yet. See what happens with this child. Alright. It's kind of all over the place, jumping all over the place. We've got Marvel. We've got Avengers 686. Not 866. It's 686. It's part 12 to the Avengers No Surrender weekly series. We got Hulk on the front. This is Bruce Banner. So Bruce Banner's back. We got Rogue. Rogue's fucking sweet. This No Surrender series has been weekly for 3 months now, and has 1 month left to go. And I have not liked the Avengers this much in so long. I'm typically not a guy for teams. You know, I don't really prefer the Justice League or the Avengers or X-Men. You know, I'm not about teams, even though teams are a good place to go if you want to learn about a bunch of different characters. That, you know, it's a book about a bunch of different people, but I've never really found a home in the Avengers. But this series has been phenomenal. It's expensive because it's every week, but it's great. And we got Bruce Banner coming back, and we find out how that happens. There's a whole part of the arc where there's a new Avenger, and supposedly she was there from the beginning of the Avengers, and we just all forgot about her. And that whole part was cool too. But it's basically about this kind of not chess game, but a game between the Challenger and the Grandmaster. Deck Shaper, legendary creature, human nerd. 9 mana plus 1, 2, 3. It's 12 mana. Equal to the number of magic cards you control. All permanents, cards in hand, cards in deck. And it has red, blue, green, tap. Build a new Magic or Pokemon deck. That's pretty good. Its power and toughness should be equal to the number of different decks you have. But it's a game between the Challenger and the Grandmaster, who are cosmic elders. The Grandmaster appears in Thor Ragnarok, the new Thor movie. He's Jeff Goldblum, which is great. Where was I going? Oh, and they each have like a team of mercenaries that are trying to kill each other, trying to go after these different pyramoids that all represent a different element and have a different color, kind of like the Infinity Stones. And whoever gets the most by the end of the game wins. But they're using Earth as the playing field. And once the game's over, Earth will be destroyed. So the Avengers are trying to stop this, and it's revealed that Hulk is working for the Challenger, and it's been a great series. And there's a lot of B-list and C-list and D-list characters in it. They kind of shut off all of the A-list Avengers, like no Captain America, no Thor. Oh, actually, Thor's in it. That's the Mighty Thor. Alright, next we got Old Man Hawkeye, number 3. Guy getting fucking curb stomped. Old Man Hawkeye has been great. Madrox got the Venom symbiote, so literally any book with a Venom in it, any kind of Venom, any kind of symbiote, I need it. I need it. It's fantastic, and Old Man Hawkeye is great. I'm not a big fan of regular Hawkeye, but I'm a big fan of Old Man Logan and the universe that it is, like whatever the Old Man Hulk guy is called. Old Man Hawkeye is just as good, and it's been good so far. I think it's limited to 12. I think there's only going to be 12 issues. It doesn't say, but I've been waiting for some Venom variants for this book, and I think next month has one, so I'm super pumped. Next, I have 2 covers. Let's see which one's the regular one. This one's the regular one. This is Bloodborne number 2. This is going to be a 4-part series about Bloodborne, the video game. I didn't read number 1 because it's only 4 parts, so I'm just going to wait until I have all 4 to read them all. If it was maybe like a 6-part or 8-part, and you have to wait longer to read it, I would read it month by month, but I enjoy watching the video game. I never played the video game, but it's very similar to Dark Souls, so I know that I like it, and I watch people speedrun it, or I watch them on Twitch. A couple of my friends like to play it, so it's fun. But so this is the regular cover again. It's gonna get the guy from Bloodborne in like a swamp full of dead people, and then this is the variant cover. Cover B. It's like a kind of dilapidated windmill. You can see the what are those called? Are they called turbines? The arms of the windmill. Oh, it looks great. Again, I'm an absolute variant fiend. Oh, yes. This month was the Venom True Believer month. So if you don't know, a lot of comic books, a lot of distributors like Marvel, DC, Image, they all put out books that are reprints of books that came out before. That might have been $2.99, $3.99, something like that, or old books that are 25 cents, 75 cents, whatever. But might be hard to get now or more expensive. True Believer comics are awesome. I agree, and I think it changes. Marvel's theme for True Believers changes every month, I think. But this month was Venom, and I got a couple of the ones from this week. Oh, they're always a great read. They're just Blades of the Windmill. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that. This week's True Believers were Venom Homecoming. This is a reprint, I believe, of the newest series, Venom 1, or the Venom 150. I'm not sure which one. This book wasn't particularly hard to find normally, but it's cool that they added it. It's a more recent book. And then we've got Agent Venom. It's great. It's a crazy looking Venom. Venom kind of always has a different look depending on which artist decides to draw him. And I'm not sure that this reprint might just be of an Agent Venom. So sometimes these just have this was the Shiver book, I think. Venom Shiver Chill or something like that. I haven't read them yet, but this was a Venom book that I never got to read, and just because I couldn't find the book or I couldn't find the trade or whatnot. But I think this one's kind of hard to find unless you find it in trade form. I'm not sure. This one I'm interested to crack open because this is Venom Toxin, which it has the Agent Venom run from, I think, mid 2000s or 2010 era. It's Agent Venom. So he's a Venom, but he's got guns, so he works for the government. But it also says Toxin. So Toxin, if you don't know, is the Spawn symbiote from Carnage. The way the kind of ladder works, or the hierarchy of symbiotes, is the first one was the black suit Spider-Man. It was the symbiote from Spider-Man. Then that one broke off and went to Venom, or Eddie Brock, and became Venom. And then that one got pregnant and got to Cletus Cassidy and became Carnage. And then that symbiote got pregnant and went to, I forget his name, but he's a police officer. There was a miniseries, it's like a 6-part miniseries about this police officer who gets the Carnage baby named Toxin. And he's kind of more powerful than all of the other ones combined, but he uses it for good, or he tries to. But it says Venom Toxin, so I'm not sure if it's a reprint of the number 1 and the number 1 of Toxin, or if it's a mixture of both, or if it's no Agent Venom. I'm not sure. It's a little deceiving, but I'll have to crack it open and figure it out. But by the way, so the big thing with True Believers, these books that, you know, might be $5 or more, or up to 20 or 100 with some of them, they're all, I don't know if you can see, no, they don't have it at the top, they're all $1. So I know 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago they did Amazing Spider-Man 300, which was the first appearance of Venom, the first full appearance of Venom, which is something like $300 or more to get. Now, you know, I have a couple, but it would be nice to, you know, for someone who doesn't feel like they want to spend that much money on a comic book, to go into their local comic book store and buy a $1 copy of it. It's the same book, it's just new, and it doesn't have quite the same cover, but it's the same historic kind of red 300 everywhere. Spidey McFarlane's on the front, Black Spidey. It's just got a different title. It doesn't say Amazing Spider-Man. It says like Spider-Man versus Venom or something like that. It's I mean, I got one anyway because it's a great cover. It's only $1, so well, you can't really go wrong. And keeping on the theme of symbiotes is Amazing Spider-Man 794, third printing, and that's Harry Osborn looking at the Carnage symbiote. What's he saying? He's saying, "Hello there, Carnage. I don't believe we've met." So ever since this issue, Harry Osborn has been working with the Carnage symbiote to try and tame it. Because Carnage is crazy and Harry's crazy. You know, he's the Green Goblin. He's always trying to kill Spider-Man. And now he has the means to kill Spider-Man. He's got the Carnage symbiote working with him, and when Carnage was with Cletus Cassidy, Carnage wasn't tamed. If anything, Cletus was kind of tamed by Carnage. Cletus was crazy. He was like Marvel's Joker. He was crazy, but Carnage was also insane and took over Cletus. And maybe Carnage is insane because Cletus was insane. I don't know, but Carnage is just a wild beast, and Harry Osborn, or Norman Osborn. Have I been saying Harry the whole time? I meant Norman Osborn. Norman, the dad. Green Goblin. Norman is he's also crazy, but he's a more kind of dilated crazy. He's more tuned in. He's controlled. He can control himself until the time is right to kind of unleash himself. And he breaks Carnage. And he makes Carnage work for him. And this Wednesday, so 7 days from now, is issue 798. So this is 794. So it'll be 4 more issues, you know. This is the 3rd printing though, so it's taken a while for this 3rd printing to come in. Every printing they've made for this book is a different cover, so I have to have it because it's a variant and it's got symbiotes involved, so it's cool. So 798. These 4 issues have kind of teased this character called the Red Goblin, which is Norman, it's Green Goblin, plus the Carnage symbiote. So it's the Red Goblin, and we haven't seen a full appearance yet, but every single issue from the past 4 issues has been insane. When it comes out, the day it comes out, it goes to 2nd printing right away. And then on eBay, it's like $20 plus. And it just came out that day. And I can't get any more at the shop. For those of you who don't know, I manage a comic book store, so I'm in charge of ordering and things like that. And this kind of took everyone by surprise, this Spider-Man stuff. And it's been a great arc. Like, even besides me being a big fan of the symbiote stuff, it's been a really, really, really great arc. And it's actually Dan Slott's last stuff on Spider-Man. He's been writing Spider-Man for 10 years. And so now Goblin Glad wants Spidey dead, yeah. Yeah, he's coming at him, but Spidey gets a land. So this week, it's either this week or next month that we're gonna see a full appearance of the Red Goblin. So I think we're gonna make this Wednesday thing a normal thing. Every Wednesday, we're gonna talk about new comic books. So either next Wednesday or the month late after that, we're gonna see the actual Red Goblin, and I can't wait because every issue they kind of just teased it. You know, they show maybe just his arm or a shadow. You know how they like to do that. All right, I'm gonna take a drink and then we're gonna talk more about variants. I'm insane. So I thought that we were gonna get there's a particular Wonder Woman variant for Dark Knight's Metal #6. So here's let's cover B. It's got the Batman who laughs on the front. Who's just kind of like really metal looking Batman. Get it, metal. Sanity is overrated anyway. Yeah. The Batman who laughs in the middle there is actually from a different universe, different DC Earth, where Batman actually kills the Joker, and the Joker's body, when he dies, he releases this kind of gas that infects Bruce and makes him just like the Joker. So that's actually Bruce Wayne from a different world. And those are all Robins down there. Crow, crow, crow. Those are all crazy looking Robins. We got Superman and whatnot, but this is a B cover. It's got all the characters on it. Then we got another metal variant. And this is a crazy cover. We got Wonder Woman fighting a kind of gruesome, weirdo looking Wonder Woman. Long hair, Scary looking skelly face. Glowing eyes and shit. That's crazy. I love these variant covers. I think it's great that they decide to do that, you know? Because if you get a book that you really like, but it has a bad cover, you can just get a good cover. And it's okay. And I think, yeah, this is the last metal cover. This is all of the, you found the most popular video on your channel by far. What's that? This is metal number 6 again, but this is a bunch of different Batman. Excuse me. This is, I believe Grant Morrison's Batman at the top here. This is from a different Batman universe. I don't know. This might be just a regular Batman from some universe. And then this Batman right here is actually the Batman from Red Son. Superman Red Son. This is a Soviet Batman. If you don't know, oh, here's two. This is a detective chimp. And I think this might be the Batman chimp. I'm not sure too much about them. We don't know too much about them. This is a Jim Lee cover. It's fantastic. So Red Son, well, these chimps are from Earth 53. So we thought that there was only 52 Earths in the DC universe, but there's actually 53, and and it's populated by monkeys, by chimpanzees. Red Son was a what if for the DC universe. There might be a movie coming out. People have been talking about writing a script for it. So Red Son was a kind of what if Superman landed in the Soviet Union instead of America, and what that would do to the world. And it ended up being, it made this Batman who's a communist or a Soviet who wants to stop all communism. So he might not be a communist. He wants to stop Superman. And he ends up trapping him and working with Diana, Wonder Woman, who's also a Soviet. So all of these superheroes are basically born in Soviet Russia in the 80s. And Superman kind of takes over the world, and he converts the whole world to communism. And Lex Luthor becomes the president of the United States, and the United States is the only non-communism country. It's a really interesting read. If you haven't read Superman Red Son, I definitely recommend giving it a read. If you can, try and find the like second and third printings, because the first printings are crazy. They're like $50. As you're reading chapter 1 and 2 of your favorite book, it was like 162 views, whereas your closest video has 10. That's good. That's good, man. I think I watched a little bit of that one. What book was it? We're winding down here. So this is Jim Henson's Labyrinth Coronation, number 2. So I didn't get a chance to read the first one, but I know that it's a 12-part series that takes place before the proper Labyrinth movie. You know, with David Bowie and whatnot from the 80s. Is it late 70s? I don't know. But all of the covers are by Fiona Staples, who is the artist for Saga. And her art is phenomenal. House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer. Okay. I don't think I've ever read that. Is it good? I mean, it must be good, right? If it's your favorite book. So Fiona Staples is only doing the covers, but the cover for the first one is really cool because it was David Bowie from The Labyrinth, and her art is fantastic. And it was just a really cool tribute. But the art on the inside is also very good. It's just not Fiona Staples. Okay, last book. This is Saga number 50. Great, kind of wholesome cover. Looks like a picture frame. And it's got Marco and Hazel and Alana. I'm a little bit behind. I think the last issue that I read was 44. And this is issue 50, so obviously I'm a couple behind. But Fiona Staples does the art for this stuff. It's written by Brian K. Vaughan, who does Paper Girls and I think one other book. It's such a good read. It's so out there. It's like Romeo and Juliet in space. Because Marco is from the moon and Alana is from the planet. And they both, they're kind of different races that don't like each other. So they're at war. You love it. It's about a kid growing up as a clone of a 140-year-old drug lord in his private country between the U.S. and Mexico. Okay. His own private country. Interesting. So there was a variant to this book that had no saga on it. It was just the picture frame. And I really wanted it, but Diamond Comics, who does all of the comic book distribution, they screwed up and they didn't give us the one copy we were going to get for me, the one that I ordered, and there's no more. So I can't get one without going on eBay or Amazon or whatever. But Saga's been fantastic. I highly recommend it. Image does their version of True Believers is called Image First. They do reprints of the first issues of popular Image books for $1. Saga has one, The Walking Dead has one, Paper Girls has one, Snot Girl has one, Birthright, Seven to Eternity. They've got a lot of really good ones. I highly recommend that next time you're at your local comic book store, you pick up a copy of Saga number 1 for $1. It's $1. It's $1. And then if you don't like it, come back and tell me. I'll give you $1. But if you like it, you gotta give me $1. No, I'm just kidding. It's super good though, and it's 50 issues. And Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona say that they're not even halfway done the story. So it's nice to know that this book isn't gonna stop. A lot of people are afraid that it's gonna stop at like issue 60 or something. Nova, can you not punch my microphone? That dog is so cute. Nova, you wanna come say hi? Got just like bags of clothing everywhere. But I guess there was a rumor going around for a while that there was Saga was going to stop at issue 60. That's definitely not true. And Brian K. Vaughan has said that it's not true, that they're going to keep going. So here's to 50 more issues, Saga. But that's it for comic books for this week. There's a lot of other big stuff this week, like Daredevil number 600. What else? A lot of the regular DC stuff. Teen Titans, Trinity, that kind of stuff. Nothing terribly big from them. I covered all the really big ones. Was that the book you gave me to look at? And I was like, oh, it's going to be that kind of book on page 1. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was quite the book. Quite the first page. Not a problem, Chicha. I hope everyone has enjoyed this. I think we're gonna switch to a regular game and a regular type of stream. So maybe in about 10 minutes or so, the volume's gonna go up. And we're no longer gonna be ASMR. Unless there's an overwhelming sense of stay ASMR. Because I don't know, I'd be up for that. I'd be up for playing some games ASMR style though. But it would have to be something that's like kind of peaceful, like Terraria or MTG Arena, or let me check my Steam list. Maybe we can download a game quick. So I have Isaac, which is maybe not a you can't wait another month for Regression. I think Regression 7 was the latest one. I think that came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so it might be sooner than you think. I think Binding of Isaac is not a good ASMR game because I'll get mad. Call of Duty World War II, no. Darkwood, no. Skyrim? Maybe Skyrim. Fallout? No, I get too jumpy with Fallout. PUBG? No. Resident Evil 4? No. Terraria? Maybe. Time for downtime for you. Alright, thanks Chicho. Thanks for stopping by, man. I definitely think that we're going to be doing comic book hauls every Wednesday because I work at a you think it's released the 25th? 25th of April? That's over a month away. We're definitely going to make, cause, I work at a comic book store, so every Wednesday I always get a ton of books because I gotta read them so I can sell them to people, That's like my job. I think Terraria might be, Far Cry 5 just dropped, you should play that sometime. Alright. Chicho, do you have another schedule for the week for streaming up on YouTube? By the way, anyone who enjoys ASMR who's currently watching, you should go follow Chicho. Him and a couple others kind of inspired me to start doing this type of thing. I did some ASMR a little bit before, but definitely comic book stuff was his fault. It was your fault. You got 4 lined up starting tomorrow? Cool. Yeah, it's about a month. Yeah, so dumb. I thought that it came out like a month ago. The latest one. Maybe it wasn't that far. I don't know. Sometimes they get pushed back, sometimes. Stuff with Image Comics is so flaky because the creators have to be paying for all of the distribution and everything because Image lets them keep their ideas. They just let them use their presses, that kind of deal. Alright, what other games can we play? Batman, Arkham City, no. Borderlands, no. Cthulhu Saves the World, probably not. Dreadcore, oh man, I haven't played Dreadcore in a while. Dear Esther. Dear Esther might be a really good game for that. It's just like a story game, no action, just a lot of reading. Dino D-Day, definitely not. Dota. Fear, probably not. Fable, no. Hacker Evolution. Hero Siege is good. Hammer Watch is fantastic. TG Arena, you see nothing of it yet? Really? I wonder how many people are streaming MTG Arena right now. If you go, because there's only one directory and it's the Magic the Gathering directory. It looks like MTG Nerd Girl, who's following the channel by the way, who is an IRL friend. She's another vendor from GPs. Her and some random guy are playing Arena. I guess I could. I don't know, would anyone else be opposed to me playing Arena? I'm gonna keep going with my my Steam list though. I don't even know what kind of games I have. Honey Pop? Oh god. I'll get banned. I don't know what this game, The Last Door, is. I think it was a game that I got gifted to me. Left 4 Dead? No. Limbo? Maybe. Mark of the Ninja, Mirror's Edge. Oh, I didn't know I own a Naruto game. Naruto Shippuden. Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Interesting. Definitely can't play Fortnite because I'll get a little loud. Wait, what's that? Why would you get banned? Honey Pop is banned from the list of games that you're allowed to stream. It's on the much shorter list of games you're not allowed to stream. A Quiver of Crows, that game, maybe. Risk of Rain is kind of peaceful, but a lot of violence. Sanctum, Scribblenauts, Sega Mega Drive. Oh wow, play some Sonic. Silent Hill Homecoming? What? I own this game. But why? Oh, it pushes the boundaries of terms of service. It's a Japanese, I think it's a Japanese like Tetris style game, but the backgrounds are just like lewd women. Japanese drawings, you know. Slender the Arrival. Someday we're gonna finish this on stream. We started it on stream. We're gonna end it on stream. Slime Rancher, that might be a good one. Stanley Parable. Oh, that game came out. I didn't know that. When did that come out? I don't know. Starbound, Super Meat Boy, Tales from the Borderlands, Titan Souls, Undertale. So it's either Terraria or MTG Arena. You best delete that. I don't even have it installed. It's just on my list because it's a free game. I've never actually played it. But thanks for the bits. I have the lady's voice turned off because it would be too loud. I guess I could put it at a different volume. But that wouldn't be any fun. So I could play Arena or Terraria in ASMR, or I could play some other game, normal volume. We've been streaming for, let's see, a little over an hour. I'm gonna get up and take my first break of the night. Anyone who's in the chat who feels like they want to participate in the vote, just say so in chat. I'm gonna put my comic books away and stand up and stretch, exercise my throat a little bit because I've been talking pretty weird for the past hour, and I'm not used to it yet. I'm gonna get a drink, use the bathroom, and I encourage you all to do the same. Don't stay sitting for too long. Gotta get the blood flowing, you know? Alright, everyone. I'll be right back.